I am okay, you are okay. The purpose of this book is not only the presentation of new data but also an answer to the question of why people do not live as good as they now have already. They may know that the experts have had a lot to say about human behavior, but this knowledge does not seem to have had the slightest effect on their hangover, their splintering marriage, or their cranky children. Once we understand positions and games, freedom of response begins to emerge as a real possibility. In a nutshell, if we become more conscious of our ingrained reactions and behavior patterns, our life can begin to be genuinely free. Thomas A. Harris. You know that a book has become a classic when you see it featured in sitcoms, in an episode of Sinfield. Sherry Sinfield opens the door of his apartment to find all-time hopeless case George Costanza spread out on the couch reading "I'm okay, you're okay" for Jerry reading a self-help book with a silly title is just one more piece of proof of his friend's loser status. "I'm okay, you are okay" was indeed an icon of the pop physiology boom of the 1960s and 1970s. Demand for the book was tremendous, and today it sits comfortably in the pantheon of titles that have sold over 10 million copies. But what do sales figures indicate? A lot of tacky books sold by the truckload in that era. What is different about "I am okay, you are okay" is that it is still read and used your mental family, parents, adults, childs. To understand the success of Harris' book, we must look at the trial blazed by his mentor, Eric Berne, in Games People Play. See commentary on page 42. Harris used Berne's work as a basis for his own, but instead of analyzing the games people play, he focused on Berne's concept of the three internal voices that speaks to us all the time in the form of archetypal characters: the parents, the adults, and the children. All of us have parents, adults, or children's data. Analysis would free up the adults, the reasoning voice. By inherent habit or prejudice, parents leaving us a vestige of free will. The adult represents the objectively that inspired Socrates' statements: the unisex animal's life is not worth living. It is a reasoning, moral voice that let us grow. Checking chilled or parents' data to see if it is appropriate for a given situation. We might feel like throwing a tantrum when a hotel desk mix is up our booking, but instead we choose to accept it for the moment, figuring it is better to stay calm if we want a positive solution. Harris includes many examples of conversations that display people caught up in chairs or parent patterns, showing how difficult it is to remove racism or any type of prejudice when one has no awareness of the patterns under which one is operating.